Tell me about your college experience. What was your major, and how did you choose it, and what college did you attend?
So I went to Iowa State University down in Ames, Iowa, and I began my college career as an English major. And all through high school, I'd really enjoyed English. It was my favorite subject, and that was part of having this amazing teacher that really coached me and got me into writing. And so I wrote a lot all through high school and into college. But once I actually began and started taking courses, I decided to change my major because I love writing, but I don't want to kind of do that for pay. I want to do that for fun and enjoyment in my life, and for an actual job that, I could do well in and I could excel in and I would enjoy on a daily basis. I was really more interested in business, and especially the marketing, management, advertising, those kind of areas.
Mm-hmm.
So I changed to apparel merchandising with business and entrepreneurship as my focus. And that fit me a lot better. The courses, many of the courses I'd say that I don't currently use, but the main ones that I was most interested in, and especially the entrepreneurship side, I was very interested in, and those ones I can apply very much to my career now.
So how long did it take you to figure out that, hey, English and writing is not the one, I need to change, and how many courses had you taken by the time you figured that all out?
I was enrolled in 4 courses, 5 courses, my freshman fall semester. And so it was about 2 months into the semester that I kind of realized that, this wasn't something that I wanted to do for a career.
So
it was something I wanted to do.
You decided pretty quickly. You didn't burn a lot of time and money.
No, luckily I didn't, and luckily also some of my freshman fall semester classes were requirements for all majors. So I was able to use those to go towards my actual major that I ended up in.
Let's talk about your first job after college. So tell me the story, and was it aligned with your major, or did you go a different direction?
Yes, my first job after I graduated, I actually started as an intern. Our college required you to do an internship after you finished all of your classes, and so I found a job at an outdoor apparel store in Ames, Iowa. And I was doing a bunch of different jobs because it was a very small company, so we were able to actually get our hands on a lot, which was very exciting. And then I got hired on full-time at the end of the internship.
Okay.
And
so the alignment with your major was pretty good.
It was actually quite an alignment with my major. So while I was working for them in my full-time position, I was doing visual merchandising. And then I was also helping out with marketing and event marketing for the company anytime they had small sales or to promote the company, working with radio stations, TV stations to get us on there. And I really enjoyed that part of the job.
You just lit up like a candle.
Yes. It was so much more fun to be able to see something that you've been working so hard on for months and months, and then see it created and then out there and in the community and helping bring people in. And that was very cool for me.
Okay, so what happened next?
So after that, I decided I wanted to make a move, and I ended up moving to Chicago, Illinois. And there I was put in touch with Sears Holdings. And they had a position open as a business account manager on their marketing team.
So you moved to Chicago before you had a job?
I did.
Wow.
Yes, I've done that twice, and it's actually worked out all for the better. It kind of has.
Okay, so Sears Holdings.
Yes.
And tell me, so you had that job for a while?
Yes, I did. I worked as a business account manager on their Sears and Kmart side from a store-wide standpoint, which kind of just encompasses the branding in general, making sure that you're upholding the company standards and you're following the brand style guide. And it deals with a lot of the planning behind marketing. Before you even build the piece, you have to decide way back ahead of time, when is it going to launch?
Yes.
What is your point? How are you going to make it work within the different markets? And so I worked with them, and then I moved off of the Sears side and directly just worked with Kmart. and I helped them change their process for their front covers of the circular that you receive in your mail every Sunday. And so we helped streamline that process so that the planning was so much ahead of time. And it just, again, it was definitely a change in the career. It wasn't a lot of the apparel merchandising, of course. There was apparel associated with it, but I wasn't on that team. It was more the store-wide. But I got to use the marketing, and I got to use the advertising. And the best thing from college that I learned was time management. And that was a huge thing that you had to use in my career. So.
Okay. And tell me how you got the current job that you have. And tell me about that job. But first of all, tell me how you got it.
Okay. So the current position that I hold now, I am a brand manager for Choose Growth. And I get to work with a myriad of different partners, and partners from all over working in different specialties. And so I'm the first point of contact with them and with our team on this side, making sure that their projects are all getting laid out on time. We're making progress. We're having good communication with the partner. We're meeting their expectations. We're keeping them happy.
Yeah.
So that's my position now.
And how does that align back to your college career and your previous experiences? Tell me the golden threads, the themes that were in all that.
Yeah, it was definitely a huge process. In college, it was a lot of the marketing, the advertising, which led me to Jack's Outdoor, which was my first position. And in that, I realized that I really loved that marketing, that advertising.
Okay.
And that led me to Sears Holdings, where I got to work in the marketing and advertising. But in that position, I was more of a manager. And I had to manage all the other business account managers to make sure that their teams were moving and they were getting their things done on time. And we worked with an advertising company that actually built out our products, the creatives for it. And during that time, I realized that the people that I worked with on the advertising company, I loved their job. And I really liked my side of it, but their side of actually working with the partners and the clients, and being able to create something within their own team, it was fascinating for me.
Creativity.
Yes. And I don't have the creativity exactly, but I love working with the people that do.
Okay. There you go.
And so I really enjoyed that aspect of it. So when I came out here, I was really, for the next step in my career, I was really looking for something that I could do that in, and that I could work with the partners and work with the clients and see what their vision is, and then help them create that.
So how did you find out about this job?
About this job, I actually found the job posting online and was a little hesitant about it, and then checked out their website. And the mission statement, the purpose, it was really wonderful about the idea that they had, and it was kind of inspirational. So I reached out to Chris and Isaac, and I wanted to know more about the company, and luckily it worked out.
So you contacted the hiring managers directly? Okay, great. And tell me what it takes to be successful in your job. What are the skills that are really vital for success in the job?
I think that the most vital parts of the position would be time management and communication, and understanding how long something is going to take, and prioritizing. Because one, you have to have excellent communication. You have to have excellent communication with the partners, with the team, making sure that everybody has good communication within your team so that they're all making the projects work smoothly. And then you have to have time management. How long is something going to take? Can we have more people working on it? Can we split it up? Is there a more simple process? Those are all really important parts of the position.
Anything else on the technical side that would be important skills, or is it mostly people and interaction skills?
A lot of people and interaction skills, but you have to be able to adapt to different systems and learn different systems. We build all of our websites in WordPress, and it was previously a software program that I did not know at all.
Okay.
And so you have to be able to learn quickly and learn something maybe once or twice, and then be able to do it. And by learning how to do one thing, you learn how to do many others that are connected with it.
Okay. So this is your third job?
Yes, it is.
And how long has it been since you graduated college? I just want to get a kind of a feel for how, how
Yeah.
quickly you're moving and
I
things
believe
like that.
4 years.
4 years, 3 jobs, and you've done
Yeah.
management, marketing, and a lot of advertising, a lot of different things, brand
Yes.
management. Wow, goodness. Okay.
Yep. I'm coming up on 5 months in this position.
Okay. As you look ahead in your career for the next, let's say, 3 to 5 years, what are you most excited about? What are the opportunities that you see for yourself?
I'm most excited, one, to see where Choose Growth is going to go and the opportunities that it holds. I would really like to also work with more of a team management style, seeing ways of streamlining and finding the best process. I love figuring out how to streamline things, make a faster process, make a better process, so that
You would have been a
people
good
aren't
engineer.
duplicating. Yeah. Yeah, my dad said that once upon a time. It never happened.
As you look back on your preparation for college, your going through college, and your job search, is there anything that you would have done differently if you just had some different information? You just didn't have the information, so you made some mistakes. Any gaps that you wish you could have filled with information?
I wish that I could have, in going to university, maybe known a little bit more about what my options were, because I don't think I knew what my options were back then as much as I do now, and it's really become more of a process once I was in college and then once I was in the workforce, what my options for occupations were.
Mm-hmm.
And so that is a huge thing I think is very important. And then also just knowing that things will work out, they will, but you have to really strive and you have to really try. And at least when I was doing job searches, you can't just reach out to a couple companies, see if something happens. You have to be aggressive. You have to do many at once and all the time and all day and really push and really strive and really go to the companies. Don't just send a resume and a cover letter. Go to the companies. Introduce yourself, because by handing them that information in a paper form and then also sending it electronically, they actually remember you. And I
Yes.
think that's what's helped me get many of my interviews, because you
Okay.
have to be a person. You can't be a piece of paper.
Ah, that's a great quote. I love that. If you had a young friend who was in the 14 to 20-year-old range, or a younger sibling, what advice would you give them based on what you've learned about preparing for college, going through college, and having a career?
I would say that in going to college, completing your courses, never throw any of those notes out and keep on going back and looking at them and making sure that what you're learning in your classes is something that you're very interested in. Because what you're learning in your classes is what you're going to be doing for the rest of your life.
There you go.
So
Okay. Any other advice that you'd give to young people?
just don't believe that anything is not possible, because it sounds difficult. If you really put your heart into it, you can make anything happen.
Yes.
It sounds cheesy, but it is actually true.
Any closing thoughts as we wrap up this interview, Emily?
I would just say that, no, I don't know. I think that's it.
That's it. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.